All right. What's up? What's up, everybody? It is Monique J. I just want to say I'm so glad. It feels so good to be back. To my YouTube channel. It's been a year since I have uploaded something or did something. Um, I know why, but I'm sure none of you guys who view this know why. But that's what I came back on for, was to kind of see what everybody got going on. I'm gonna talk about some things, what's been going on with me, what I think about a bunch of different things that's going on right now. Um, but I definitely just wanted to come back, and my few little subscribers I got, I've been learning a little bit more about this here YouTube thing. So that's what I'm trying to work on and do. I have built my own. Well, started a talk show last year, right around this time, and it was on Roku. It was on a Roku channel, and it aired on that channel. It did pretty well. It's called the Weekly Wind Down with Monique J. So we were there on there for the first season, and I mean, it was pretty cool. It was cool to talk about, having your own show and things like that. But of course, when you're doing something like that, like on a Roku or something, and you're kind of limited with the people who, have a Roku who are going to be able to see your show. So it's like you're telling everybody, hey, I got a show, I got a show, I got a show. But if they don't have a Roku, they can't watch it. So I was definitely grateful for that opportunity. I enjoyed doing the show. The show is called The Weekly Wind Down with Monique J. I enjoyed doing the show. We call it a twist on a talk show. It says real women, real talk, real growth. And on the show, it's wine, W-I-N-E, because as we're talking, as I'm talking to my guests, as I'm interviewing people, we are sipping on wine. I find wine to be very, very relaxing. So I figured, hey, if I'm sitting down with a lady to talk, we're going to drink a little wine. If I have a guy as a guest, we make them a drink at the bar, whatever they like. But anyway, so we did that. I did that for the past year. We came into and started doing filming for season 2. And the channel owners, had a few changes, or I should say changes, had some things that they wanted to add into our contract, which kind of gave them control of the show. And I wanted to do things like this, like YouTube, put it on YouTube, put it on. We have a podcast for the show as well. They're streaming on all your podcast streaming services, Apple. What are we on? Apple Podcasts. We're on Google Cast. We're on Spotify, as well as Anchor and Pocket Cast. So there, those type of things is something I wanted to do with the show. And so I wasn't, we weren't going to be able to do that if I remained on the channel. So I decided to, bid them the best wishes ever and take my show off. So that being said, that's a big reason why I've kind of stepped away from this. Is my personal channel, Monique J, CEO. And at first, when I started, it was a lot of my videos and things from me being a cosmetologist. Since then, that's something else that changed. I'm still a cosmetologist. I'm still a licensed cosmetologist, but I have since then closed my salon, and I'm only doing a handful of my loyal clients right now. So in this time that I've been missing, it's just been a lot of things, a lot of changes going on in my life. I've become a certified life coach as well. I've been doing some coaching with personal situations, business situations, and really working on building me being a speaker, being a motivational speaker, and a person who, holds workshops and educates people on all of the different and vast knowledge that I have, as well as motivating people to go through and get through situations that they deem are ones that they can't. As a survivor of breast cancer, as a survivor of poverty, and being in foster care type of situations, being sexually molested as a child, as well as abused as a child, and still having the ability to kind of to move and think like I do, I decided that, I wanted to kind of step out of the salon, use the education that I've gained through universities as well as through life to, build and grow my business from my business standpoint. If you know, I'm sure you know, I'm a business owner as well. I'm an accountant by degree and paralegal by degree. So I have a business in which I provide those services as well as other financial services to people. So I stepped away from behind a chair on a full-time basis and just went ahead and delved into the reason why my doggone mama told me to go to college and made me go to college out of high school, because I'm sure she knew that I probably wasn't going to want to be standing on my feet and working, for the rest of my life. Speaking of that, we're going to talk about that too. I'm just going to be a minute, y'all. So speaking of that, I also, in this time, if you haven't seen me, I've had, let me see if I can straighten it up, breast reduction surgery. Look, I'm going to put them down there. Oh, I know they might not look as reduced on this camera, but they are. I used to be a G. And my frame is not that large and my back is not that large to carry a G around. So that's another reason why I knew I had to step from behind the chair, because my back was killing me. I don't know if I have any other hairstylists or people that are, do work where they're on their feet and you're busty, and you know what I mean? But it does something for that upper back between your shoulder blades. And it was just unbearable. And so, gracefully, by being a breast cancer survivor, of course, nobody really wants to get in your boobs and mess with your boobs or whatever, because they're not sure what's going to happen. But me being at that point 14 years survivor, my doctor, who really has a foundation for breast cancer survivors as well, he felt confident with doing it, and so we did it. And when I say, whoa, it saved my life. If you are walking around carrying big boobs and you are uncomfortable and your bra straps are cutting in your shoulders and stuff like that, you need to go talk to a doctor. If you don't say I don't have insurance, because a lot of the state insurances and things like that will cover it, especially if it is making you have bad back problems and there's certain things that can be shown are happening because you have such large chest. It can get covered. So I just wanted to say that as well. So here, let's see, what else? So I got back surgery. I'm sorry. I just said back surgery. I got breast reduction surgery. I have closed my salon down. I have become a certified life coach. I started a talk show that started out on Roku, but now is a YouTube channel, The Weekly Wind Down with Monique J. And I since then, my daughter now, you've seen her on several of the videos on my channel, on this channel, when she was little, making videos, dancing, talking to Willow Smith and all this stuff. Well, guess what, y'all? She is now 17 years old, just went to prom, and she looked absolutely gorgeous. I wish I had. See, I got to learn this YouTube stuff. I'm going to learn it well enough where I'm going to be able to drop a picture of her, and because y'all see the pictures of her in the background. She don't look nothing like that now. Hey, how you doing? So she doesn't look anything like that now. She's fully grown, bigger than me. All that. She looked gorgeous on prom, and she will be graduating on next week. So I'll do another video and I'll figure this all out, how to drop my stuff, because I've done some things and paid for some things to be able to do that. So that she's been keeping me busy. I have a nonprofit. I'm a coach. She played basketball. I coached basketball. Yeah, I've been coaching a basketball team over the past 3 years. I had my own team last year as well, an AAU team. Shout out to the Code Pink Warrior girls, my girls. We're not doing it this year as well because, like I said, I'm busy. I'm busy and I'm booked. I'm just playing. I'm busy and I just, when I deal with anything or do anything, especially with kids, I want to be able to be there 100%. So we're going to not do the team, but I am doing some camps, and we're going to do some skills camps, some arts camps, some bunch of things like that, to still allow me to work with my girls. Some of them are graduating and heading off to college. So congratulations to them on that. So as y'all can see, I've been busy. So, but what I am promising, because like I said, in my YouTube Academy, me following a bunch of people, one person I'm going to give a shout out to is B Loves. She does the mukbang. I don't know her at all, but I have been watching her videos. I can't watch the mukbang like a whole episode just because that don't soothe me to hear the chewing and stuff. But I think it's great that she has, brought our entire family in. But I also think it's great because I've even heard from other YouTubers that, she is very open and friendly with helping share with people how to grow and build their YouTube, as well as she has videos on her channel that kind of helps you, give you tips. So one tip she gave was make sure you uploading and doing, if you can't do a video every day, you need to do at least 5 days a week. So between this, my personal channel, and then my talk show channel, I'm going to figure out how to follow that great advice, as well as the advice from YouTube Creator Academy, I think it is, that's telling me things to do, because I'm trying to build this up. I'm trying to, just first of all, I know my purpose is to help other people by sharing things that I've been through, as well as I just like to talk. I've always been on stage. I've been a performer. And I just want to, do what I can with what I have, as well as figure out ways to increase my business, as well as my personal things that I'm doing in my life. So anywho, off of that. So what did I have? I had that I wanted to talk about. What's been going on? Y'all? I think that I had initially, first we know, got to talk about my girl, Beyonce. She released on Netflix Homecoming, which, Homecoming was basically the recording of her performance at Coachella last year. And it's been a big thing in the news, or just on blogs, Google, all that, about how she turned a $8 million job or performance into over 60 to $70 million check. And, some people are talking about, oh, look at Ariana Grande, she only got $8 million because I guess they pay them like $4 million per performance each night. And saying, how Beyonce is really a boss. And Beyonce really is a boss, but Beyonce, in Ariana Grande's defense, Beyonce had to grow there. She's been raised by, business owners, business people, and her mother and her father, as well as she is married to one of the smartest, dopest businessmen walking right now. So she is a little bit more savvy on knowing how to set up deals and how to set up contracts. Now, I got a problem with the people around Ariana Grande, her manager, her agent, these people who are business people themselves, who didn't think to see how much they could get, or what they could grow from that one situation. See, Beyonce spoke with them and they asked, hey, I want to have the ability to film this. She was thinking, and so when they put that in a contract, then that turned into another bigger paycheck. The people around Ariana Grande need to do the same thing. I mean, I heard she had an excellent performance, but I'm sure she also ain't crying about $8 million either. But moving forward, learning from this situation of what she's probably learned with Beyonce. If she didn't know to ask, she gonna ask moving forward. I'm sure about that. So that's, I'm going to say that in that situation. And it also just can piggyback for all of us, any of us that are doing anything. Make sure when you're doing something in regards to earning money and making money, make sure you sit down and think about all the ways that you can make that one situation turn into more than just that one paycheck. That's what the goal is. You know, residual income, multiple streams of income are important in today's society. We all are living every day we should be wanting to be wealthy instead of rich. You know how you get wealthy? Multiple streams of income and residual income. You don't want to have to work for every dollar that you get. And that can be changed and that can be taught to you. So you definitely want to reach out to, you know, business coaches, financial coaches, all that. I'm one of them. You can definitely, you know, go and reach out to me. Right now, my website is under construction. It's MoniqueJ.com, but you can go on my Facebook page. It's going to be Monique J CEO and see about the services that I offer that can possibly help you with that. All right, so we did Beyonce, my faves. I talked on my show. We talked about soulmates, and we brought up a lot of celebrity couples. And you know, I put my favorite was Jay-Z and Beyonce. My guest at the time, Miss Cherie, shout out to Face 84 in Dallas. It's a makeup. She does makeup. She was naming a few other people. She definitely said Jada Pinkett and Smith and Will Smith. And they are one of my faves as well. But we were, you know, just talking about how sadly, you know, a lot of these couples, celebrity or not, are just, you know, either going through a bunch of stuff or doing very well. And then when they're doing very well, out here, us, not me, because I'm never gonna be. So if you're watching my channel and if you watch me and you think you're ever gonna see me beating up, talking bad about anyone, excuse these fingernails, oh, they horrible. Anyway, my fingernails ain't never been done. So anybody come on here and say I need to get them done, I'm gonna tell you, you need to keep wishing like everybody else have over the past few years, over all my years of my life, and especially after fighting cancer, the chemo really messed my nails up. So it's a waste of damn money, and I ain't wasting my money. So anyway, off my nails. But I won't ever be found dealing with any situation in a negative way or a bad way in which I am tearing anybody down. I won't do it. I'm not going to do it. I was taught if you don't have anything good to say, don't say anything. And if you're going to give criticism, make it be constructive and make it be in a way that once a person hears how you feel, they can grow from it. So I'm going to definitely always be like that. I ain't saying I ain't going to talk about nothing, and I ain't saying I ain't going to talk about situations, but at the end of them, why my nose keep itching? At the end of it, I am not going to, regardless, beat up on people. So that being said, had in my thing I was going to talk about definitely the situation going on with Steve Harvey and how it relates to Monique. Okay, so I like Steve Harvey. I always have. I think he is funny in his own way. I think that he probably does mean well. I also think that he's, unfortunately, like anybody who's lived in your car or been homeless or come from nothing, money becomes what they think is the key to happiness. And, you know, God has a funny way of showing you that when you worship something more than you worship him, he can possibly take it all from you in order for you to realize who you need to look up to and who you need to depend on. I'm not saying Steve don't believe in God or worship God or anything like that, because I know he does. I've listened to him enough and saw him enough times to know that. But I do think that money and celebrity some can cloud us sometimes, and can cloud, a lot of people depending on us, a lot of people relying on a certain type of lifestyle based on our celebrity can make you get your priorities a little bit out of order. And I believe that that could possibly be what's happening, or what happened with Steve Harvey. And just like God do all his children, just like he do all us, he may be just stripping them naked so he can build them. And I'm sure so he can build them back up from a foundation where he understands what's really, really important. Canceling him from what he can, his talk show, canceling little big shots. And then I've heard on, but I'm not sure, about this. So I'm going to say alleged on that stuff about them possibly replacing him as a host on Family Feud. I'm not sure if that's true, but first of all, if Steve Harvey, I know he may not never see this, but if he did, y'all listen, God, can't nobody take what God has intended for you. So they may take them 2, 3 possible shows away from him, but God probably got something better for him. I'm sure he has something better for him. First, he got to make sure that he breaks him down just as well as he does all of us down to where we're at the core of who we are, so we can realize exactly what's important and start building back up based on the right and correct things. So I have no doubt Steve Harvey will bounce back from all of this. I pray that he does, but I also pray, as I tell myself all the time, because I think on there he was just talking about all these people who depend on him and who rely on him and all that. And I'm not saying that they shouldn't, but half of them damn people grown, and they shouldn't depend and rely on him, on nobody but his wife. And if his children are grown, they shouldn't depend on him. He should be there for them when they possibly need him. And that ain't need him to buy them a Mercedes Benz or a Maybach. What a Maybach is that? Maserati, because they don't need that. And if they want that, they need to make sure they create a career for themselves that they can afford that. So I really think that, in him saying that, I think that's a big reason why he's lost focus. But I'm going to tell you, Steve, if you haven't seen it, you better get all them dependents up off of you, because having all them dependents, first of all, carry and hurt your damn back. Not only do it hurt your back, it hurts your pockets, and it makes you start thinking incorrectly and moving incorrectly. And God will come in and swoop in and make everything seem right as is. So all them people that's dependent on you, that's grown and able to get up and do for themselves, you need to start letting them. Make them create some money for themselves, because that's not your responsibility. You may think it is, but it's not. Your wife and your underage children are fully your responsibility, if you have any. I don't even think you got none. But so we're going to say that. So then I'm talking on that. I want to talk on the reaction of Monique when people were, saying to her and telling her, you see what happened. Look at Steve. That's what Steve get for, saying all this stuff and not having her back, and the things that, Monique says that he's done, or how he didn't just defend her in the way that she saw fit. I want to commend her on seeing the big picture. She didn't say, "Ooh, yeah, that's right, Steve. Now you ain't got no job. Now what you gonna do? I'm at the SLS every weekend in Vegas. I'm a permanent. I have a residency now, and look at what you doing." She didn't say that, and you know what? She knew she didn't need to say that, because anybody who walks in their favor and who tries to do what they know in their heart is right, you don't have to wish. We know we don't have to wish nothing bad on nobody, because if they're not right in what they're doing, they gonna bring back to them what's supposed to come back to them anyway. You don't have to wish that on nobody. And so she didn't do. I love how she, said we shouldn't be rejoicing in Steve losing his job, because it makes sense. Why would you? Steve employs a whole bunch, those jobs employ a whole bunch of black folks that ain't gonna be working now. That's got to find work elsewhere. So why are we happy about that? You sitting here happy about one person being destroyed, and you don't know how many other people are being destroyed. So that's nothing to rejoice about. Him being there, he may have, if he would have still been in that position, he may have learned about how important having your integrity is over money in that position, and would have learned that in that time and been able to help even more people. But hey, it's over. I'm sure, like I said, he'll come back, but there's no need to rejoice in somebody else's pain, because when you do that, that's ugly. And you're going to bring all that right back on you. So I'm sure, like I said, I know, because I haven't had that with some ex-boyfriends sometimes who treated me wrong. And I'd be like, it's okay. You're going to get yours. I don't wish nothing on them. So that's a natural instinct to say, because you hurt, but I don't wish anything bad on them, because I know I always say God can take care of my enemies way better than I can. And I'm sure that's what Monique was thinking about. I'm sure that's why she was able to say that in regards to Steve, in regards to, Lee Daniels, and then Fox canceling Star now and Empire after next season, which I think is the dumbest doggone thing they could have ever did. But hey, I don't know why God led them to do that, or why he allowed them to do that. Now, sure, both shows were absolutely awesome. Empire brought Hollywood to my city, Chicago. It gave a bunch of people that I know opportunities to be extras, people that I know were co-workers of people, like, for example, Miss Taronda, who plays Portia. She wasn't no actress. She was just a rapper. Lady Heron, what's her name? She was working at a nursing home. She went there to audition, and they gave her a job. And now she's a regular actor getting paid on Empire for now 6 seasons. So I'm not happy, because my city is dark. My city is full of murders and crime and a bunch of different things going on that are wrong, from the people who live their side, from the police side, from the politician side, all that. And having something like Empire, I know they still do Chicago, I think Chicago PD and Chicago Fire or whatever there, and possibly Shameless, but those are not shows that you see a bunch of black folks. That's all I'm saying. Those are not shows that you see that. So to cancel a show where it's filmed in a city like Chicago, and you had so many black faces and minority faces given an opportunity, it ain't good that it was canceled. Even though you feel like that's taking something away from Lee Daniels. Lee Daniels gonna survive. He gonna, just like any other time, he's been through all kind of stuff, been homeless, had a bunch of issues as well. He gonna bounce back because he's talented. No, was he right for not, standing up for Monique? Were any of them right? No, they weren't right. Because, hey, truth crushed to the earth will rise again. Understand that. So even if they would have said something, even if they would have, said how they felt in public, if the bag is right, if the talent is right, I'm just telling you something I learned about people, especially the powers that be. They worry about that money. So if you telling the truth and them cutting you off gonna stop them from making more money, they ain't gonna cut you off. They may try to whoop you a little bit like they used to back in the day, but they ain't gonna cut you off, because what's more important to them? Their success, their empire. So always stand on truth. Always speak up for what's right. If it's right, God got your back. You don't have to worry about somebody. And if you've been doing right and making all this money, you should have enough to sustain you until your time to come back comes. Example, Monique. She ain't been looking at, she been wanting them jobs, and she been looking for more things to do, but she ain't look poor to me. She ain't look like she was out here standing on the side of the corner with a cardboard sign saying what she need. So that means that when she was making that money and doing, she did the right things with it. So when you go through a cold spell and ain't no as much money is not coming in, guess what? If you do the right things with it, it will be able to sustain you when you ain't add more to it. Just understand that, because what did I just say? residual income. Put your money in the right places. Invest. Put it in things that are going to constantly, that don't take you to do a lot of work, don't take you to have a constant everyday job to bring money in. I'm sure that's what Miss Monique did. She got a great husband by her side. What I do know is I ain't, well, you know what? That's funny because I have ran into Steve Harvey. And no, he didn't speak. He don't have to. I wasn't running after him. I just walked past him at the Harris Casino in New Orleans. He had his little cigar. I think this was at the time. Yeah, he had a cigar. And I just walked past and said, hey, Steve. I don't recall him speaking back. Had that same situation with Monique years ago. Walked past her. Said, hey, Monique. She said, hey, sugar, how you doing? And I said, fine, I love you. And she said, I love you too, baby. And kept on going. You know why I told that story? I'm not going to even really explain why I told it, but I'm sure y'all get my point. And now, fast forward about 15, 16 years later, we're going to say 16, 17 years later, and look at both of their situations. My encounter, and I still ain't said nothing bad about him, but my encounter with him wasn't of a warm one. He was surrounded by bodyguards and everything, just like Monique was. She had one or two, but she acknowledged that hello. That means a lot to people, especially when you need their support to keep your money rolling. So any of you all, anybody who is looking to do things in the public or have a business or anything that is going to grow from others people's support, which most things that is where they grow from, remember to be kind to people. Celebrities, I get it. I ain't no celebrity yet. I'm a celebrity to my daughter and in my house. I get it. I've been around enough of celebrities in my life, as friends, as all that. I get it. You're human, and you just need some time to yourself sometime, and you just may not be in a good mood all the time or happy all the time. But unfortunately, in the business that you're in, it's relying upon the way people see you and view you. So you ain't saying take a picture every time, because you don't have to, but just a hello and keep it moving is enough for most people, especially if it's a hello with a smile. If you feel like taking a picture, take a picture. But if you don't, hey, no, how you doing? I think I've had or seen people say that before to people. Hey, no, I'm with my family, but thanks for supporting me. I just kind of want to be with my family. And I'm going to say, yes, of course, everybody ain't going to be satisfied, because a bunch of folks think that people who ain't their parents owe them something. But you don't owe them no more than that. A smile and a hello, because if you don't want to do it, be okay with if your support drops based on how you've treated people. Excuse me, gas. But be okay with that if that's what you choose to do. So, but I just definitely wanted to say thank you to Miss Monique for that. And of course, we got the same name, so that might be why she was such a gracious and nice lady. I can't wait to get back to Vegas, my second home, and finally get an opportunity to go and check her out. I have a couple of friends that went, and they just said she is just as warm and friendly during the show, after the show, and all that. But it's been in this Monique Love Fest. Shout out to her husband, Sydney. He seems like a very dope individual. And I think that's about it for this episode. I don't want to run out of stuff to talk about. But I just want to say I'm back. I'm not going nowhere from this point forward. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Then after you do that, head on over to the Weekly Wind Down with Monique J channel. Subscribe and hit the notification bell on that as well. You got anything, you heard me because I done talked about a whole lot. If you got anything you want to ask me, you going through any of the things that you've seen me talk about that I went through and you want to ask me and talk to me about them, definitely comment. Leave your contact information, or I'm going to have my email in here as well. You can send me an email. That's what my purpose is to share and help others. I truly know that keeping things bottled up is the way to destroy your physical and your mental health. Share, talk, don't care what nobody has to say about you being unapologetically you. And people going to have something to say always. Just pray for them. Keep it moving. Do what's best for you in your life. Make good choices. Make the right decisions. And try to be positive. Positivity is so powerful. If you work on seeing things in a positive light, saying things from a positive light, even when it's at its worst, I guarantee you it feels a whole lot better than being negative and thinking of everything in a negative and bad way. Okay. So thanks again. I could take my glasses. Take my glasses off. Matter of fact, I'm gonna say something about that. Is it only me? Now I need my glasses to see, but I don't know if y'all can see. See, they dirty. So I see better without them on, except for when I'm driving. Now I do know it's really like now when I was just on, I see this camera and this screen so clear now. But when I had these glasses on, trying to see, it was blurry. So we're gonna take the glasses out. Y'all talk about that too. If you got any tips on how I can keep my frames, not my frames, I can't talk, my lenses clean for longer than 20 minutes, please put that in the comments too. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to get better and use all the tools and make this a little bit more graphically pretty so I can drop some pictures in. Let me see. Matter of fact, I can pull my daughter's picture up from prom and put it on here. And see if y'all can see it. It ain't gonna probably be super, super clear, but you can see how beautiful she was on prom. Let's see, y'all. Let's see. Okay, I think she is. No, that ain't her. I mean, that's her. Okay. All right. Can y'all see? Oops. Let's see. Oh, you got my blinds. Can y'all see her on there? Yeah, there she go. That's my daughter. So you see her in the background as a big head baby. Now you see it as a big head adult. I mean, a big head teenager. She ain't no adult yet, even though she thinks she is. Don't these teens think soon as they're saying and finna graduate, they swear they grown. I wish they would swear they gonna pay their own bills and pay their own cell phones and pay for their own roof and all that stuff. Then they'll really be grown. They don't understand that you're rushing to be grown and you're gonna be rushing for these doggone bills too. Okay, but anyway, I'm ending again. Thanks you guys for tuning in to my channel. This has been your girl Monique J. Make sure all those things I said, I'm gonna put them in my description as well, but definitely check me out. Check my nonprofit out. If you're on Facebook, you see it says I Walk by Faith, and then that says at Code Pink Inc. My nonprofit organization is Code Pink Productions Inc. and it's at Code Pink Inc. on IG and Twitter, and on Facebook it is Code Pink Productions Inc. And our website is www.codepinkproductions.org. There you can find out about the different things we have going on, our programs, make a donation if the spirit leads you to. But that is the nonprofit that I have formed to help and work with people who are battling cancer or other health issues, work with youth. All the gifts and tools that I have, we share them throughout myself and my volunteers with the communities that we serve. All right, again, God bless y'all. Thanks for tuning in. Please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you could be alerted when I'm coming back on and saying something or talking about something so great for the day. Okay? Y'all have a good one. Peace.